What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be about what if Kaguya loved Naruto part 2. So let's get into the video. But before we do, just to give you a little bit of information, the one reason why I did this video before was honestly because I was tired one day and bored, and no one was really in the house, so I was by myself. So I just decided to make a video. So yeah, that's the reason why, I actually kind of, sorry about that. I actually kind of did this. I was bored, I guess. So yeah, now that information, well, here's a little bit more information. Well, while I was doing the video, I forgot to mention, someone was with him. It was not Kaguya, but it was a little boy. It was this kid, but imagine him smaller. So yeah, now let's get into the video. So as I was saying when I was in the video, Naruto was, in the Leaf Village. Anbu, some was kind of still watching him. As the first thing, Naruto went to do was get a bowl of ramen, when, how he usually does when he gets, how should I say it? When he gets hungry, he gets ramen. So yeah. Naruto, I guess, was kind of still being himself, you could say. So yeah. So Naruto, this is when, Naruto gets a bowl of ramen as Naruto, then Naruto, then has, then asks the little child, as he says, so Ryu, which his name is spelled R-Y-U, Ryu, I guess. That's how his name's spelled, as he said. So how do you like it? As the boy says, I like it a lot, thanks. This is when, Naruto says, good, I was hoping you did. As Naruto then says, as Ryu then says, is this the place where you used to live? As Naruto answers Ryu by saying, yes, it was. As he then says, I can see why I guess you hated this place, but not really. As Naruto then says, it's okay. You don't have to understand. As Ryu then says, thanks. I appreciate it, I guess you could say. As Ryu says, thank you. This is when Naruto then, Naruto then says to him, we should go before your mom gets worried about us. As he says, okay. This is when, Naruto then says to him while they walk away from the ramen shop, as he says, well, I guess we can stay out here a little bit longer. As Ryu says, yay. As the Anbu, they were watching, as they're thinking, it just looks like a kid with his dad. That's it, nothing more, nothing less. As Naruto then goes to, as Naruto hangs around the village. This is when, how should I put it? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention one more thing. The Uchiha massacre, it never really happened because, because Donzo didn't really see a point of it happening, seeing as how he had a brand new dojutsu in the village, which was Naruto. But everyone kind of thought he was dead when Sasuke went rogue and shoved just the Chidori to his heart. So yeah. So yeah. Also, I won't be, I skipped some parts which I'm not going to say. So yeah. And I don't really care. But if you guys want me to do a remake of this video, I will. So yeah. So let's get back into the video. As you know, they hang out, they get some ice cream, get some toys, get some kunai and stuff. You know, basically some training things so when they get back home. As it is now as it is now going as it is now turning night, this is when, Naruto says this is when, Naruto says, well, I know your mom must be worried about us now because now it's nighttime. As Ryu then says, okay, as they leave, this is when, Naruto then goes to, this is when Naruto goes to Ryu as when he went there, Okay, guys, I am back. So, Naruto says to Ryu, if you want, we can stay here, but I don't think your mom will like that. So let's just go. As Naruto then leaves, as as you know, as you see a yellow, I mean not yellow. I mean, as you see, basically you see a pink-haired girl as she was getting kind of, as other than, the Anbu, she has also been watching these two for some reason. She doesn't know why, but for some reason, in her eyes, these two, like one of these presents, felt familiar to her. So yeah, as Naruto, then as Naruto, then says, okay. Well, Naruto is at front of the gate, like Konoha gates, as he says, okay. As Naruto scratches, as he says, looks like it's time to go home. As basically, in the flash, Naruto, disappears as he reappears in front of a house. Naruto then says, okay, we're home. As soon as Naruto opens the door, someone with, sorry about that, guys, someone with sort of bluish hair and horns goes up to Naruto as she says, where have you two been? As Naruto answers her by saying, oh, we just went to, well, back to my old home. Ryu wanted to know where I used to live. That's all. As the girl pouts at Naruto, as she says, you know I don't like that place. You know what they did to you. And you know I never forgive them either. As Naruto chuckles a bit, as he says, yeah, I know. But there's no need for, there's no, as Naruto says, there's no need for you to be so harsh on them though. As the girl then says, then pouts as she crosses her arms, as she turns her head, looking away from Naruto, as she says, yeah, whatever. As Naruto then giggles a bit as he says, as he laughs. This is when, Naruto says to the little boy, okay, Ryu, it's time for you to go to bed. As Ryu says to Naruto, oh, but I don't want to go to bed. It's too early. As Naruto says to the little boy, well, you're going to bed, so deal with it. This is when, Ryu says to, says to Naruto, fine, as he says, as, as Ryu says, good night, mom, good night, dad, as Naruto, you know, says good night to him as well, as, as Naruto, he says to, Kaguya that, he will be going in the shower as Kaguya gets a bit of a blush on her face as as um hmm, as she says, yeah, whatever, I don't care, as Naruto giggles a bit as he says, okay, see ya. This is when Naruto starts to strip until he's naked. This is when, Naruto turns on the water as it is hot a bit as he starts to wash himself off. Oh yeah, if you guys are wondering about Zetsu, when, when Naruto was knocked out, Kaguya, went to Zetsu and destroyed him, so yeah. And she also killed Obito, too, so yeah. So now, so now, I guess she also took, yeah, so yeah. That's it. That's it for the Akatsuki. She didn't kill anyone else from the Akatsuki, she only killed those two. So yeah. As Naruto, as you go back to Naruto, as he is currently, looking at his arm as he sees a mark on it, as Naruto, chuckles a bit, as he says, of course she did. As Naruto, remembers the mark that, Kaguya gave to him, as Naruto, says, as Naruto then, says, but I wonder what I should do tomorrow. As we go to Kaguya, as she is slowly opening a door quietly, as just give y'all a little bit of warning, it's going to be a 18 plus a little bit right here, so yeah. If you can't take it, get up out of here. That's not my problem. As, hold on guys. Okay guys, I am back. So, Naruto basically says, so we go to Kaguya as she is slowly opening a door, as she has nothing on but a towel around her, as Naruto, who is still washing himself, didn't notice Kaguya was there, as she pressed her chest against Naruto, as Kaguya hugs Naruto from behind, as she says to Naruto, you know I missed you, right? As she is pouting. Naruto laughs a bit as he says, yeah, I know. You always miss me every time I go out. As Kaguya says, shut up. As Kaguya starts to pout, as Naruto laughs a bit again, as Naruto then turns around and hugs. Don't care. I don't care. As he turns around and hugs Kaguya as well. This is when, Naruto decides to, honestly, this is when, Naruto decides, decides to do the deed, I guess, as when they done, they go to the room as they then go to sleep. This is when, we go to the next day as Naruto, hears, as Naruto is currently in Konoha, as he hears the one tells Jinchuriki has been captured by the Akatsuki. As Naruto knows the Akatsuki, he basically knows what they can do and kind of, how they can, how dangerous they are. As Naruto was worried, but Kaguya always told him not to, so Naruto never really did worry. As when Naruto heard it, in a flash, like no one really noticed it's Naruto, but in a flash, Naruto disappears as he appears in front of, as he appears in front of, as he appears in front of, as he appears in front of Deidara and Sorcery, as they are currently holding a knocked out Gaara, as they ask Naruto, "Who are you?" Naruto answers them by saying, "I'm the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Not just that, I'm the guy that you're going to die to." As Sasori says, "You're a cocky one, huh? Let's see how much that gets you." As they get into a fight, but before, they knew it, they already had their heads cut off. As Naruto, as Gaara then wakes up as he sees someone with a typish long blonde hair with a little bit of blue eyes, as he says, "Who are you?" As Gaara then faints again, as Naruto grabs out a squirrel, as he pits the head of Sasori and Deidara in it. As Naruto then pits Gaara, somewhere next to, kind of next to the borders of the Sand Village, kind of. Well, not the borders of the Sand Village, somewhere near the Sand Village gates. So that's where Naruto basically pits Gaara. As Naruto says to Gaara, as Naruto says to Gaara, as Naruto, says to Gaara, "Sleep tight, buddy. You're gonna need it." As Naruto, as Naruto then, teleports to Konoha as the, the people who guard Konoha gates they saw a sail come out, drop out of nowhere, as they were a bit skeptical about it first, but it had a note on it, as the note said to give it to your Hokage, and when you do, tell her to read the back. As they quickly went to the Hokage, as when the Hokage Tsunade got the note, as she unsealed the scroll, as she saw the two heads of the Akatsuki, as she then read the note. This is when the note said, "Here are the heads of the Akatsuki. If you want it, you can have it." You know, says from, says from the, how should I say it? What should I call Naruto? I guess I'm gonna call him the Black Reaper. No, I'm gonna call Naruto the Black Death. Yeah, the Black Death. As it says from the Black Death. As Tsunade is wondering who the heck in the world calls himself the Black Death. And if they are the so-called Black Death, who are they and where are they? As Tsunade then says, I want you guys to find out basically who gave us this and why. As they basically say to Tsunade, yes lady Hokage. As Tsunade, as you go to Naruto, as he quickly appears in front of his house, as he says hello, as Ryu and also Kaguya look at Naruto, as as Kaguya says to Naruto, where have you been? As Naruto noticing, the look on Kaguya's face, not really wanting to mess with her, even when she's mad, as she says, I only went to go out and get ramen, that's all. As Kaguya pouts, as she says, so you rather have ramen instead of my breakfast, huh? As Naruto says, no, that's not it. It's just, I just felt like having ramen, that's all. As Kaguya says to Naruto, I don't care. You don't have dinner for a week. As Naruto gets on his knees and says, please don't do this to me. As Kaguya says to Naruto, if you push it, I'll make it for a month. As Naruto keeps his mouth shut. This is when we do a time skip. As Naruto is, kind of, how should I say it? As Naruto is kind of is in his, room, as it was 3 days after, the attack on on the one-tailed Jinchuriki, as the Akatsuki did not know who attacked Sasori and also, Deidara, and how easily they were to kill them. As Pain was kind of mad at this, but he got over it quickly, as he thought to himself, he shouldn't be really dealing with things like these, so he doesn't really care. As Naruto, as we go to Naruto, as Naruto is, in his house, as he's watching, Ryu train with his mother, as this is when, as they are in their backyard, as they are Anbu, as they see this house, as they basically, as they knock, because they don't know who this is, and and why they are kind of on the outskirts of Konoha's border, as as Anbu then say, as Naruto then goes to the door, as the Anbu say it's the Anbu Black Ops, as Naruto says to the Anbu, he doesn't know it's the Anbu yet, but he says he's coming, as when he opens the door he sees Anbu there as they say, "Hello, who are you?" As Naruto says, "I'm my name is Ken Uzumaki. You are?" As you know, they say, as you know, as they say, nothing. We are just Anbu, and we are wondering, we are wondering, when do you know someone by the name of the Black Death? As Naruto says, no, I know no one of that name. As they say, okay, but just in case you find this person, report to us immediately. As Naruto says, yep, sure, I got you. As the Anbu say to Naruto, then do you mind if we check up on around your house or check up on your family just in case? As Naruto was going to say he does mind, but the Anbu already went inside of his house, barging in, looking around in his stuff. As Naruto, he doesn't really have that many pictures of him, not when he had red hair. So yeah, Naruto, the only picture that he had of him was the hair that he has now, and Ryu as a baby, and that's the only pictures that they have of each other as a whole family. Kind of not only them like as a whole family, but you got the picture, you guess. As Naruto, while they were checking around the house, Naruto went into the backyard as he told Kaguya what was happening. As Kaguya taught Ryu how to hide his horns. So yeah, so they hide their horns as um as Kaguya made her eyes look purple to hide the Byakugan, as she also made Ryu's eyes were already a type of blue, so she didn't really have to matter about that. So yeah, they were good already. As Naruto. God, I'm tired today, I guess, guys. As the Anbu then come out, as they say, okay, we suspect nothing of you. We hope you guys have a good day. As they then leave. This is when, hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I am back. Now it's just my cousin, so yeah, don't worry about it. As the Anbu go back to Konoha. This is when, they report this to Donzo, as Donzo gave them the permission to, even check around, you know, even check around, the Fire Nation borders, even if it's a little bit outside. Just make sure you come back. As they report this to Donzo. This is when, Donzo says to them, you idiots, that could have been him or something. Maybe. As Donzo, he doesn't know what the Black Death look like, so he doesn't, know that, but he's more, but he's, more worried about, why would a family, like such a small family, live out in the open, kind of out in the open, instead of, in a village where they can be protected. As Donzo, sorry about that, goes to Tsunade, as he says Tsunade, as Tsunade was currently doing, some paperwork, as he says, as Tsunade, kind of rolls her eyes a bit, as she says, "Yes, Donzo." As Donzo says, "Well, I think one of my Anbu have just found this person you call the Black Death." As Tsunade, stands up as she says, "Then where is he?" As as Donzo says, "Well, if you may know, there is a family of 3 away out of Konoha's border gates, and they currently, you know, they currently are, with with uh, as they are currently, with how should I say it? As it's a family full of, 3, as they are currently with as they basically, say it's a family. He says it's a family of 3, as for some reason they are not in a village, and I highly suggest, maybe they are. As Tsunade did want to say, you know, they're not. Maybe they're just a normal family and they didn't want to be a village. But she knows this is, the shinobi world, and if you want to be protected by at least anything, even a little bit of ninja, then you would have to be in the village. As Tsunade basically says, "Fine then. If you suggest that, then I will go there myself." As Donzo says, "No, why not just send a few of your best ninjas there?" As Tsunade says, "I don't wish to trouble them. And if I so and if I do need to be protected, then I will go. Then I will bring some shinobi with me." As as you know, as Tsunade, as how should I say it? How should I say it? As Donzo frowned a bit, you know, seeing that seeing how he can't get, seeing how Tsunade got out of the office kind of easily, as she basically told how should I, she told Itachi, and also she told Itachi, and also who else Con I guess you can say all of Konoha 12, even the Sand Ninjas, because she told them about this, and she said, in a week we will go to this place. As we time skip to a week, as half of the Konoha 12 are currently going to this house, as they say, as uh as Shikamaru then says, "What a drag. Why do these people have to live so far?" As they as as Tamari says, "Everything is a drag to you, Shikamaru." As Shikamaru then says, "Because this is a drag." As Naruto then says, as they, some of them then sigh, as Naruto, kind of sensing their chakra, as Naruto, kind of, he kind of, flashes out of there, as before they can really get anywhere even near to Naruto's house, like before they can even see it, Naruto is on the branch as he says, "So, where are you going?" As they say, "Well, we suggest that you just may be the Black Death, and if you are, we wanted to ask you to join our village." As Naruto says, "Well, I am kind of surprised that you found me this fast, but even though I may be this person, I'm not I don't want to go to your village." As Tsunade asks him why, as he says, "Well, I guess I just don't like villages, I guess. I mean, I was raised in a village, but I don't like staying in it. I don't like staying in villages. I like to be alone. I'm a loner." As as you know, they as Tsunade then says, then you must be lonely up here by yourself. As he says, "Nah, not really. I have a family. I I'm suppose your Anbu told you that." As Tsunade, knows, he was honestly telling the truth, how would he be lonely if he has a family up here? As she then says, "Well, can we at least ask you your name?" As as you know, as he says, "Well, if you were to know my name is Ken Uzumaki. It's nice to meet you guys." As some of them were surprised, that this person was a part of Naruto's clan, and they didn't really know about it. As they then as Kiba, then says, "Wait, you're a part of Naruto's clan?" As Naruto, but I'm going to say Ken for now, as he says, "I don't know who this Naruto person is. I didn't even know if there were other Uzumakis out there. I thought I was the only one." As as he then says, as they then say, "No, you're not. We have someone named Naruto Uzumaki in our village as well." As he then says, "Really, I would like to meet the guy. He seems, he seems, he must be lonely, I guess." As they, say, "I don't think he is anymore." As not, as Kit, sorry about that. As Ken then says, "Why is that?" As they say, Naruto is dead. As they say, as as he says, as Ken then says, "Oh dang, I was hoping to finally meet one of my clansmen. Oh well." Okay guys, I am back. So Naruto is now in the village. I mean, not in the village. Oh my god, Lily, what do you... Okay guys, I am back. So Naruto, Naruto then says to his former, well, friends and teammate, as he says, "So, do any of you guys want to visit my family or what?" As Tsunade, says, "Well, we will be delighted to." As they, as Naruto says, "Great, see you guys there at my place then." As they, as they say, they at least could have just, he at least could have, brung us in. It's kind of cold out here. Says Kiba, as you go to Naruto, as he tells Kaguya basically what's about to happen. As Kaguya says okay, Naruto tells them to hide their horns and stuff, and that Naruto also hides his whiskers too. So yeah. That's kind of it. But anything other than this is where I'm gonna end the video off. Sorry about that guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.